For me, what was really important for the character was that you understood she was like a walking, talking contradiction, but also she could be all things at once. She could be both strong and vulnerable.
When you have somebody as beloved and as recognizable as Blake, the only way it can really work is if you have somebody that resembles her. So we did a TikTok search. We looked through thousands of women.
We do have It Starts With Us, so I'm hoping to see you back in the double duty role.
I think there are better people for that one.
Justin.
I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I think.
The drama surrounding It Ends With Us is escalating as Blake Lively reacts strangely and accuses Justin Baldoni. Reportedly, Lively has been doing what most fans of It Ends With Us fear, romanticizing the subject by encouraging girls to wear florals and watch the movie. But that's not the worst part. When directly asked about the sensitive subject, the actress gave a remarkably tone-deaf and ridiculous response. In an attempt to sound funny and cool, Lively delivered a disappointing answer regarding her character, who suffers from domestic violence (DV), which is baffling since many women look up to her. She chose that moment to downplay the gravity of the issue. Brandon Senior, who plays Atlas, couldn't hide his reaction. One look at his face shows he's tired of being part of this PR charade. It Ends With Us deals with a sensitive subject, namely domestic violence, and Lively has shown little to no awareness of that during the promotional tours, raising genuine concerns among fans. Lively also used her role as a platform to promote her hair brand, styling herself as both the hairstylist and fashion designer for the show. While she wore many hats on the set of It Ends With Us, fans noticed that she continued to use the platform to push her businesses. Her hair brand, Blake Brown, launched around the same time the film premiered. Meanwhile, her Instagram bio is linked to her business ventures, while Justin Baldoni's profile is linked to resources for domestic violence support. Some speculate that Lively's lack of vocal advocacy about the film's sensitive topic may be due to her not being paid for that aspect. As a producer, it's strange she would even make such a statement. Additionally, the PR for It Ends With Us has been oddly mixed with promotion for Deadpool and Wolverine, leading fans to speculate that Blake and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, are trying to mimic the marketing success of Barbie and Oppenheimer, though the situations are not the same. With all this surrounding the film, fans are starting to think Blake is playing Lily just as she played Serena in Gossip Girl. What's even more interesting is that there was plenty of drama on the set of Gossip Girl 2, which we may revisit. Additionally, fans are questioning whether Blake and Ryan are truly the sweet couple they appear to be. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Above all, Blake has accused Justin Baldoni of wrongdoing on set. As the drama deepens, fans are left wondering what's really going on. Blake, who was once a fan favorite, is now being viewed with skepticism, drawing comparisons to the divisive reception of Jennifer Lopez. Blake, being off-topic and continuously discussing irrelevant subjects, has been seen as carefree and unwilling to address the sensitive issues happening around her. This has led many fans to compare her to J.Lo, who is no stranger to backlash for being tone-deaf. It seems that Blake is out of touch, and this isn't the first time she's been seen as problematic. Allegedly, this has been a pattern since her Gossip Girl days, which we've covered on this channel before. There was significant drama between the leading cast members of Gossip Girl, particularly between Leighton Meester and Blake Lively, and one point of contention was the wardrobe on set. According to reports, Leighton received a budget increase for her character Blair's wardrobe, allowing her to wear more elaborate dresses. This apparently made Blake jealous. She was upset, particularly because she was considered more successful than Leighton in other film projects outside of Gossip Girl, and she wasn't consulted about the wardrobe issue. Interestingly, wardrobe issues have resurfaced in It Ends With Us, where Blake had significant input in the costume design. However, fans were displeased, feeling that the wardrobe didn't fully represent the character Lily. Despite this, Baldoni praised Blake for her efforts. While his comments seemed to be a show of appreciation, some people interpreted them as a subtle criticism, suggesting that Blake was overstepping her role by controlling many aspects of the production. Blake herself has acknowledged that she isn't content with just acting. All these remarks have fueled the idea that something is off, which Blake has since responded to. It's also worth noting that Baldoni allowing Blake to have such influence over the project might not be surprising, given that he wants the film to have a strong female perspective due to the sensitive nature of the story.
this in real life, but like I'm having to like do interviews and talk, so I'm gonna wear like a crazy pattern and really crazy rings. Rings also are like my comfort blanket. It's just a very expensive comfort blanket. I should like Snuggies instead as a comfort blanket. Instead I like Lorraine Schwartz, which is a problem.
However, Blake took it too far by assigning the editor of Deadpool, Shane Reed, to create her cut of the movie, which allegedly became the official final version. Amid the backlash that followed, Blake revealed what Baldoni did to her on set. According to a direct source from TMZ, Blake claimed Baldoni made her uncomfortable on multiple occasions, particularly in one scene where he lifted her into the air. Baldoni, who has a history of back problems, sought advice from his on-set trainer before shooting the scene. He asked how much Blake weighed and how he could train to avoid a back injury. Blake, however, was unhappy with this approach, accusing Baldoni of fat-shaming her postpartum body after she had her fourth child in February 2023. This deeply offended Blake, and the irony is that a similar incident occurred in 2016, with Blake as the instigator. In the midst of this controversy, Norwegian journalist Kirsty Flaa, who had once interviewed Blake and her co-star Parker Posey in 2016 for the movie Café Society, posted a video titled The Blake Lively Interview That Made Me Want to Quit My Job. In the video, Flaa revealed that the interview was her most uncomfortable experience. She congratulated Blake, who was pregnant with her second child at the time, but Blake didn't take it well. Despite Flaa not being pregnant, Blake made a joke about her little bump, which only made the situation worse. When the discussion shifted to the costumes in the film, Blake's response, intended to sound feminist, ended up putting another woman down and disregarding the interviewer. Throughout the interview, Blake shifted focus from Flaa and engaged more with Parker Posey. Commenters on YouTube were surprised to learn Blake had always acted like this, especially in interviews. Her hostile behavior toward the interviewer, coupled with the accusations against Baldoni for fat-shaming her when he was merely looking out for his own health, has further angered fans. Several TikTok accounts have commented on the situation. But Blake's accusations against Baldoni don't stop there. In the same TMZ report, she expressed discomfort during a kissing scene with Baldoni, claiming he held onto the kiss longer than necessary. Many cast and crew members reportedly told TMZ that there seemed to be tension between Blake and Baldoni, though it appeared most of the crew, including author Colleen Hoover, sided with Blake.
I don't know if you know how smart and creative she really is. I think she's best known as an actress and of course she's, a fashion, icon, but she is so much more than that. She is a dynamic creative. She had her hands in every part of this production, and everything she touched she made better.
Some people who worked on the film are fully supporting Baldoni as the drama intensifies. Baldoni has consistently focused on the movie's message, speaking about it in his interviews. Before all of this began, Baldoni acquired the rights to the book It Ends With Us and brought Blake on board. However, fans have expressed disappointment with how Lily is portrayed in the film, and it's been alleged that Blake had never heard of Colleen Hoover until she was informed about the project. Additionally, after sensitive movies like this, there's usually a hotline available for people, but it's not included in the film. Fans believe this is because Blake's cut was used, and now there's an online petition to release Baldoni's version of the movie. During the writer's strike, Ryan Reynolds allegedly rewrote some dialogue without informing the screenwriter. The PR campaign for It Ends With Us also took a lighthearted turn, with Ryan, his mother, and his friend Hugh Jackman making it into a comedic event and romantic comedy, rather than addressing the sensitive issues within the story. This shift has further drawn attention not just to Blake but also to her marriage to Ryan. Before marrying Blake, Ryan was engaged to Alanis Morissette. They were together for several years before becoming engaged, but the engagement lasted only a few years before they eventually broke up. Ryan then started dating Scarlett Johansson, and they married shortly after he proposed. Unfortunately, they separated a couple of years later and finalized their divorce a year after that. There were other factors involved in their separation, although Scarlett cited different reasons. While still married to Scarlett, Ryan met Blake on the set of Green Lantern. At that time, Blake was in a relationship with Penn Badgley. Blake broke up with Penn, and Ryan separated from Scarlett. A year later, Ryan and Blake began dating and eventually got married. There is an alleged trend in Hollywood where celebrities leave their partners for someone younger, and Ryan, who is older, is several years Blake's senior. He is also older than Scarlett. Their relationship has been under scrutiny since they both left their partners to be together. Further controversy arose when they held their wedding at the Boone Hall Plantation, a site with a painful history tied to slavery and the suffering of Black people in the U.S. This choice of venue sparked criticism, as many saw it as a disregard for significant social issues.
You have a baby at home, and you have a baby on the way. Congratulations.
What makes you say that?
The shark told me.
You know you don't ever say that to a woman.
You're not supposed to say that to
No,
a
my
woman?
mom actually went up to someone that she hadn't seen in years. She goes, oh, congratulations, and you're so far along.
Oh, no.
She's like, I'm not even a little bit far along.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's really rough.
Yeah, it was tough. So,
How are you? Are you excited, though? I mean, to
yes,
have
you're guessing correctly.
Okay,
yes,
good.
this
All
is
right.
not brownies. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll let you off the hook.
The actress once published a blog post that supported a pro-slavery agenda. However, at their wedding, a firework burned her dress, and Ryan told her she would never forget their wedding ceremony, much like the marks on her dress. Although they have since apologized for having their wedding on a plantation, their online trolling reflects how almost everything is a joke to the couple. Ryan and Blake frequently troll each other online, which they take pride in, as it shows their comfort with each other in their marriage. In one post, Ryan joked that he would save a special piece of art from a fire before rescuing Blake. The trolling continued with It Ends With Us, where Ryan humorously confronted Brandon, who plays his wife's love interest. Over the years, Ryan's humorous nature has been evident in his film projects. The cast of If can relate to his personality, and when asked if Ryan is a nice individual, most of them said he isn't. Ryan himself agrees, calling himself an absolute monster. Although this may come across as a joke, there could be some truth to it. Beyond her marriage, which has faced scrutiny with these recent developments, fans have revisited Blake's background, referring to her as a privileged Nepo baby. Her father, Ernie Lively, was an actor, leading fans to believe she has never faced significant hardship, making it challenging for her to engage with complex subjects. Blake did not initially want to be an actress but ended up in the industry due to her circumstances. She claims that Hollywood was not a big deal to her because it was her family's work, and her brother Eric persuaded her to audition for the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Additionally, while many actresses have had issues with Harvey Weinstein, a convicted offender and former Hollywood producer accused of multiple charges of forceful relations, Blake publicly supported him, stating she had never had such an experience and was devastated by the accusations. This suggests that Blake's position of privilege might prevent her from seeing beyond her own situation. Hollywood is notoriously difficult to break into, even for talented individuals. However, there is concern about nepotism leading to actors and actresses who do not fully appreciate or utilize their platform. For instance, Blake's version of the It Ends With Us poster barely features Justin Baldoni, despite his role as director and lead actor. Even Brandon preferred rehearsing with a mirror over working with Blake on set. Amidst all this, Justin Baldoni has hired PR crisis manager Melissa Nathan, who previously worked for Johnny Depp during the Amber Heard trial, and the drama continues. Thank you for joining us. For more content regarding Blake Lively and other celebrities, stay tuned with us. Leave your opinion in the comments.